assess student work. So especially if it's like text-based responses. I don't know, let's look at this one here. So recently we did this capacitor assignment. So I can go to the top and, it's fairly simple. So I'll just say use a scale, a particular scale, and then I'll just copy and paste the assignment that I shared with the students. I'll literally just copy it directly from the Google Classroom. Um, and then, it'll create some sort of an assessment rubric. And, I might go back and address that, change it, and modify the expectations. Obviously, you want to kind of verify that it is what you want it to do. And then, like, you can see how I kind of modified that. So, like, I don't really necessarily plan it out. I just kind of off the top of my head ramble off the instructions and then like to just adjust to get what I'm looking for. And then I might do a few calibration things. So often I'll just include some good student work and poor student work to kind of calibrate it. In this case, it wasn't that big of a deal. And you can see I've graded 23 sets of answers. They're all very similar. Try to avoid, including student names and, PPI in there. I have it set up to where it doesn't save on any of that data anyway, but especially on the free mode, free versions, don't put student information in there, personally identifiable information. But basically, I'll just kind of copy that student work in it. And of course, I read it too, so I'm reading it, I'm analyzing it. What I like, why I like doing this sometimes is because it allows me to be consistent in scoring and it provides good feedback, that I can just put into the Google Classroom for the student. So, let me see if I can kind of maybe, there was a reflection on an assignment. So, um, yeah, so like for example, you can see here this is from my computer science class. So again, I'll just kind of say use this assignment and I'll literally copy and paste it from the Google Classroom. And then I'll also say, hey, use these two samples of student work as exemplars of top scoring work. So, you want to clarify, like what kind of level of performance you're expecting. Sometimes it's enough if you just say, hey, these are high school juniors or high school sophomores. But, I also will just kind of include. So like this is basically two samples that I'll read a few of them to just kind of find what looks like a good one. And of course, your top students that consistently produce good responses or good work. So, and then at the end, I just kind of give it an idea of what numerical scale I have. And then I have in my head, I mapped it over to how I want to put it into the grade book. And then you can kind of see, it'll give me a plan, and you just verify that that's kind of what that works with you. And then I just kind of copy and paste. You can see like this was for a class. I did 15 assignments like that. And I just look for a grade and feedback, right? So something simple. Sometimes I might need more detail, but I told it I just want this to go quick, right? Just not quick, but just to be to the point. So I need the numerical value and I need feedback. So while this is being generated, I'm also reading it, of course. So like sometimes I don't agree with the grade and sometimes I don't agree with some of the feedback and I'll just delete a sentence or add something to it. But this is a very good starting point